That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. That is a funky introduction of how nice I am. Jesus, praise the Lord. All right, welcome. Good morning, everyone. All the Blake Media listeners and our Actionable Financial Literacy listeners as well. Uh, Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's the broadcast here at On Point, where we're hoping to help you get your financial point across. This is Dr. Joe Blake here, presenting to you today. And hey, I always got some good things I want to share, help us get our financial health in order. And just want to let you know, get some good things coming for you in the future. Around September timeframe, that's when we're going to have that in-person meeting. It's going to be in the West Valley. I'm located in the West Valley, and things are always out on the center of Central Phoenix and on the east side. Nope, not going to travel that far. So in the West Valley here, on the outside of town, going to have a little. No, it's not going to be a little shindig. It's going to be a big enough shindig where so folks can learn. It's going to be about financial literacy. Get some deep teaching on it, and then we're going to have some fun towards the end and learn about finance, investing, and accounting, all rolled up into one little deal. Have some fun with it, because I'm all about giving knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as it relates to finance, and just giving uh, people who want to learn, who want to know, who want to grow, and change their way of life from financially, and help us all become that financially confident individual in our families, and we take that knowledge and wisdom that we gain and recreate it outside of where we learned it from. So we create more financially capable people, Americans that are out there. Not only Americans, everywhere. Just create that financial capable person out there in the world. Okay, that's in September. That's coming. So start preparing. Get your get your lunch on. Get some bags. Bring some things in. So we're gonna sit down and learn some things. Okay. So all right. Today's lesson is we're talking about your health comes first, and we're looking at recognizing the signs of overworking and preventing financial burnout. Now, sometimes there's this little saying that used to be out. So you build your wealth to get your health. Sometimes you give up your health to get your wealth. So it's like it's a balance. You don't want to destroy your health. Over not sleeping right, not eating enough. Because you're trying to work like a work like a fiend to get that, to make that money. And being self-employed is hard sometimes to eat right, because you're trying to burn the candle at both ends. Early up, late night, and then you're not eating like you should, because you're hitting the 99-cent menu when you book it. How do I know? I was doing that. You not eating a whole lot, not drinking the right stuff. You're drinking too much coffee sometimes, and it's just when your body was saying like, Roger that. We're not getting the nutrition that we need, and because of that, we're gonna pass out on you. You don't want that to happen. And then because your health is failing, you're not able to perform the way you want to perform. You should perform. Just to stay up and do your work right. So you're risking yourself, and then you got to take the wealth that you do have to maintain your health. So then the wealth you got is so there's a balance you have to understand. Recognize that, hey, take care of yourself as you're building your wealth, and and then you'll be okay. So because then if you're not healthy when you're wealthy, then I mean you can't enjoy the money if you're all sick and everything. I mean, what is that going to do? Or you're all healthy here, and you don't build no wealth, and you get over and you're old and you're still gonna hustle. That's rough. By the time you get to when you're at your retirement age, you want to do it because you love it. Do it because you care about it. You're not struggling for a paycheck. You're not struggling to um,
At this stage, and when I say this stage, when you get to the your your mature stage where you're 70, 80 years old, if you're 70, 80, you want to do it because you love it, and you got enough wealth that you're giving that stuff back. You see, you 70, 80 years old, you want to be able to write a check for 1 million to give it to somebody. You want to be able to take 10 grand, give it away. You 70, you're not worrying about what folks are giving to you. You worry about what you can give out. So you want to have that type of lifestyle. I mean, now I'm still working on mine, be able to get more out. That's where I'm at. So got a stable income that comes in, good to go. But now I got to build more so I can give more. That's what I want to do. That's why the knowledge and wisdom, I want to be able to give it. You know, I want to be able to share the knowledge, share the information, and help. So that's it. Okay, so let me get my PowerPoint up here. Let's get this bad boy rolling. Uh, how do I do this right here? Okay, here we go. Boom. Now you're gonna see a picture that comes up in the background. You're gonna see a little tiger on the thing. That's my grandson. When I went to Thailand, me and little man went in there. Well, he's not little. We went in there, and he was in a tiger. And yeah, if that tiger would have jumped up, we wouldn't be booking. I probably would have been lunch because he's a track star. I'd have got left. So, but that's all right. Boom. Yeah, the tiger in the background. Yeah, that's yeah. My grandson. He was a grandpa. See ya. You know. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So always start off with uh, our model for the financial decision model. If the knowledge comes in, we want to take that knowledge and convert it into new behaviors. How do we change those behaviors? There's actions in the middle that we need to take. And those actions, we want to look at correcting and detecting behaviors that we need to change. So there's economic stewardship, money basics, investing, borrowing, protecting. We look at those things on a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual basis. And within those action models, we have what's called a shopping cart. A shopping cart looks at these things like in those recommended bases. You're looking at the economic actions. You're looking at those economic actions have the right financial effects. You're looking at whether or not if anything's monetary flawed in those first two questions. And then if there's no flaw in it, you're looking at if there's anything unrealistic in the first two questions. And if there's nothing unrealistic about it, if you're saying, okay, I know it's going to take me a few years to build this up, then you know you're thinking properly. You're not thinking about being a millionaire next year. If you're thinking about getting it fast, then it's not going to last. If you're thinking about trying to get there quick, it's not going to mix. It's going to take time to build. It takes time to build wealth. Not saying it's going to take. You know what? It takes time to build wealth. It's not going to be overnight. And when you build it successfully, it takes a little time. If it does come quick, make sure you have your plan laid out, and then you'll keep it. And then you want to be able to recreate that within yourself, within your immediate family, within your group, and the group within a whole. So recreating means you know how to do it, and you can show someone else how to do it, and they show someone else how to do it as well. That's recreating it, not that holding it on within yourself. It's my precious. This is my pen, and I'm going to let no one know how I did it. No, open, be open, and show, share, and give. Okay. All right. So, overworking and financial burnout. So, overworking and financial burnout is can be severely affect your physical and your mental well-being. Physically, you can wear yourself out. I mean, it can really take your body, take a toll on your body, take a toll on your health, heart, your mind. You're not thinking straight. You're not making the right moves, right choices, right decisions. And there's some signs overworking the steps you can use or you can take to prevent these burnouts. Sometimes you get burned out. You don't want to do nothing for nobody, for no one, not even yourself. And if you don't catch it in time, and it's important that you see those signs and you recognize them. And then, because sometimes it can be subtle. Sometimes those signs can be, um, it can just pop up and you not know it. And before it's too late, next thing you know, boom, you're out. You're not paying attention to your life. You're not paying attention to your family. It can be just a little overwhelming. So, signs of overworking. You're exhausted. You're drained most of the time. You can never get enough rest. You can never get enough sleep. It's like it's just you're drained all the time. It just gets you. Uh, another sign of being overworked. You neglect your personal relationships or your responsibilities. You're not doing anything. You, neglecting a spouse, or you don't want to wash the car, don't want to wash the dishes, don't want to. You just drudge in the house. Woe is me. I don't want to do it no more. Woe is me. That's another sign that you're overworking yourself, and you got to. And even if someone tells you that, you got to see it within yourself. And man, I'm not doing nothing. What is wrong with me? There's something you just don't want to do. You lose interest in activities you used to do. You used to enjoy. You used to go home and you'd like to. I don't know. You like do some of your favorite things. One of my favorite things, I like to jump on a computer and just dilly dally around. I dilly dally on computers all the time. You ought to see how my setup here. I got stuff here, there, lights over here, printer over there. I like computers. So if I come home and I don't do something on the computer, wife, what's wrong with you? Oh no, I don't feel like If I don't get on my computer, my wife will be like, "You sick?" Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Got a TV over there, man. I'm like, I'm in my element, doing my thing. But if you lose interest in your joy activities to cause you joy, maybe you're overworking. Something. If you're always on the sofa, don't hang out on the sofa, man. You got to get up and roll. Other signs of overworking: feeling irritable, easily agitated. Don't bother me. Uh-uh. Somebody that's now, if that's your way of being, you might want to get that one checked out because is he irritated all the time? You need Jesus in your life. Oh yeah, you need Jesus in your life. Get the irritation out. Something's up. But maybe whatever's on your mind, you need to talk to somebody, something like that. You need to you know take a chill pill. Mm. Another one is you're having trouble sleeping or sleeping too much. You could, just like you resting and you just can't get, more resting. I had this roommate one time, man. And then when I was in the Air Force, I used to come home. I used to work 20. I used to work from midnight, 7 at night to 7 in the morning, and that was tough. And I couldn't go to sleep. 7 at night, 7 in the morning. But I get off, and 7 at night. He goes to sleep at night. I get up at 7 in the morning. I would like take a 2 hour power nap because I had to go to sleep, a couple hours to get some sleep. Then I went to church, and then I had to come back. Went to church and come back. Had my kids, so I had to stay up with them dudes for a little bit. So I come home at 7, take 2 hours nap, 2 hour nap. Wake up, then go to church, come back. So back then, church was. I mean, I was being church all day, so I wouldn't get back until like 2 in the afternoon. So I get off of work at 7 in the morning, sleep for 2 hours, and I go to church, and I went back to two in the afternoon. That brother would still be asleep. I went to sleep all night, and I came back and for 2 hours, 7, still be asleep. Too much sleep, you sleep your life away. All right, physical symptoms: you got headaches, stomach aches, muscle tensions. All this. Oh my goodness, man! You're overworking. And that's stress. You stress. You got stress from feels like you got beat up from the feet up. Right? You need to check up from the neck up, and that and you got a headache and just stress. just keeps you going all over. Hey, that's from all that overworking, man. Yeah, overworking. You gotta, yeah. Uh, it just gets you down, man, and people just too much stress, too much work. Gotta relax, gotta chill. So how do you say, okay, Doctor Joe? What does that get? That what does that do? Because those stress, man, can stop you from working and put you in the hospital. Can't go out and do your thing. And does the bill collector care if you're stressing and you can't work? Yeah, because you can't pay your bills. And they still won't call, right? So what are some steps to help you? What are some steps that we can do to help us? Steps we can do to prevent the financial burnout. So, uh, oh, that's kind of tight. I didn't realize it was that small. Get a magnify. Go out there. Get up. Go get a magnifying glass. Uh, yeah, because that's small. But I'll still share what it says. Set clear boundaries for work and your personal time. Avoid working beyond your regular working time. So when you get off work, boop, that's it. You leave work at work and you're at home. So you got to set up clear boundaries. Okay, all right, I'm at work. Soon as 4:30, 5:30 comes, and I walk out that door, whew, that's it. I'm home. Or I'm no longer at work. I'm no longer on this. No longer. You got to leave work things. You got to leave work things at work, and home things that home is your home. The other thing you have to do is take breaks, vacations, and do it regularly. If it's once every 6 months, man, or once a year, take your break. Go on vacation. Give yourself time to rest and recharge. Those rest and recharge moments, you need them. You really do need them. If it's a 2 day or 1 day staycation or something, if you have to make a staycation, stay at home for that. 3 day weekends. Stay home. Or get a hotel across the other side of town. Stay there or something like that. It helps for that the regeneration of yourself, your wife. It helps, man. You can go to Vegas, drive up there, stay in someplace reasonable. Circus. That's reasonable. Someplace reasonable just for one night, whatever it may be. And until you work your way up and you stay to you can stay someplace different. But just go away, have some fun, be out, be outside. Someplace where you can just refresh, and regenerate yourself. Another third step to that: prioritize your self care, like self care activities. You can go out, exercise. Meditation is a good one. Sometimes you just need to just sit there and just meditate. You can place it. Actually, the phones now have the like meditation apps, meditation music. You get on YouTube. YouTube got some meditation music things too, and they got meditation programs. So you can meditate things down, meditate on that. They got all the things that sit down. You just hum it out. They got some great stuff that you can listen to and help. And all these things help you calm your nerves, calm who you are. Then you can think. You can think more clearly about the financial things in your life that you need to correct, the choices that you need to make for your family. You can do more things about it. You can get to prioritize things, and you can get enough sleep. Rest your mind, rest your soul, rest what you're doing, and be able to make clear decisions. Right. Another thing you can do, you can identify your spending pattern. I know most you when you hear about financial choices you make, they speak on budgets, but not everyone use a budget. So most what I found in my research is most people have a spending pattern. So you can identify what spending pattern that you have and stick to that pattern. So you can find out what spending pattern you have, stick to that spending pattern, avoid any type of overspending, um, and prioritize your expenses. How you going what you gonna pay off? How you gonna pay it off, and then pay that thing off, and then pay the next thing off, then pay the next thing off. So find out, and how do you know if you're? And this is the third week I've shared this particular insight. How do you know what type of spending pattern? I mean, where you were at? If you had $100,000 that was you given to you, how would you? What would you do with those funds after you gave your tithes and your offering? After you gave that, what would you do with 100 grand right now? Okay, for those that said I would put 10% here, 20% here, 30% there, that's budgeting. So you would create a budget. For those that say I would spend here, I would spend that, I put some over here, some over there. That's a pattern, and that's what we talked about in the beginning about having your uh, the knowledge, the actions in the middle, and then the behavior. That's like a pattern. So you would create your pattern and then stick with it. So just simple, but you would want to sit down with a financial advisor or someone like that to help you uh, work those programs through. But we'll come to that in a little bit too. Now, avoid. You want to avoid taking on more debt than you can handle, and that's what we're talking about: seeking financial advice. You, it's good to have an advisor. It's good to have someone into your life that helps you in that capacity. As we mentioned, I also mentioned before that some of the greatest athletes in the world still had a coach. Some of the greatest boxers had a coach. Greatest basketball players had a coach. Greatest football players always had a coach. Um, investment. Warren Buffett, he had a coach first before he became his own whiz. But in order when you want to be great or outstanding, you always have a leader ahead of you, pulling you forward, and you got someone behind you pushing because they're right behind you because they see what you got and they need that. So you having someone that's giving you that recommendation, giving you that motivation to move, you want to have that in your life. Having a financial advisor that's there, that financial advice, or you can seek that out. That's a good thing to have in your life. Don't want to avoid it. Just want to have a part of it. Have it be a part of what you're doing in your life. And the next item here, uh, feel free. Feel free that when you're overwhelmed, feel free when you're overwhelmed that you talk to some a trusted uh, friend, but feel free to get someone that you trust to talk about. Could be a family member, um, could be a professional, could be a pastor. Feel free to speak with someone about where you are, how you feel, what you're at, what you're doing. But it has to be someone you trust. You can start with your pastor. Pastor's always there to help you, guide you, and make sure you know, they're there to guard your life. That's the pastor's for, and and they'll get you guided in the right direction where you need to go. Um, I thank God for the pastors that I've had in my life, and you know, Dr. Craig, Pastor Rick, Pastor Joshua, uh, other pastors I've had that helped me guide me in the way I needed to go. And I think that thank God that I had those type of people in my life that guided me. And you may have pastors in your life that guided you as well. Then I have other professionals that I've spoken with as well. Sometimes you need that other person in you that trust in you, that have your best interest to help you. Then I had them kids that were trying to just pull a brother from the left. Didn't like them, but you can tell if somebody's good for you now because you get that that gut feeling. say, no, something's a little off, something's a little off, and you throw them, out the side. You know, but I had two main mentors in my life. Dr. Craig was one, Hill Cox was another one, and I followed the faith that those two guys had in their businesses, and that's what got me to where I'm at right now. So in your life, you have someone like that as well. So let's continue here. All right, who can fix it? You and God can fix it, and it's up to you, the individual, to take action and change your financial situation. So you got to seek the help. You're the financial advisor, passive and beneficial in creating a plan to your economic issues. And it's important to remember asking for help. It's okay to ask for help in managing any financial burnout. It's okay to ask for it. Don't hurt nobody. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. All right. All right. So with that, that's time value of money. That's the picture of how the market has grown over like a 70-year period of time. Start small, make and build up to a mountain. This is the model, the decision model here, financial literacy decision model. Knowledge comes in. We want that knowledge to change our behavior. These are the actions that we need to take within that model. We look at those on a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual basis. Shopping cart here goes around into each stage of the action model, and we want this is the behavior model here. We want our behavior to change to create better actions for us. These are the references that I use to create this presentation. Those are the ways you can contact me. And that is the end of my slide. And hey, money only speaks one language. If you save or invest me today, I will save you tomorrow. All righty. With that, I'd like to say this has been Dr. Blake with Blake Media, where we help you get your financial point across. And I look forward to seeing you here next week. All right, everybody. Hope you had some fun. Hope you learned something. And I tell you what, it's always a great day here at Blake Media. See everyone next week.